It's just after lunchtime and you're still watching All Angles here on eNCA. Good afternoon, I'm Masakora Tlacha. So it is that time of the day when we give you an update on how far some of the stories we've been following for you here on Channel Today have advanced. Here's your lunchtime update. Our reporters are out and about bringing you the latest on today's top stories. I am joined by Silindelo Masikane in Pretoria. We have Pule Letshwiti-Jones, he's in the Midval, and Moloto is also in the capital for us. All right, Slee, I'm going to start with you. There's been some breaking news that you have in another incident, a pupil in Tshepisong dying and 6 others hospitalized after allegedly eating food from a local spaza shop. Tell us more about that and the court case you attended to in Soshanguve earlier.
Sadly, that's the breaking news this hour, Maseho, where we have been informed by the Gauteng Department of Education's spokesperson that he has received a report from district officials in Tshepisong that there has been another incident of learners being hospitalized, but sadly one losing their life after allegedly consuming food that was bought from a local spaza shop that was not too far from their school. Information is still being verified at this stage, but from what we understand is that we do still have at least 6 other learners that are under observation at various hospitals in that area. And of course, the Education Department once more expressing its concern with regards to a number of incidents that we've seen over the past couple of weeks involving learners as well as food that is sold outside of the school premises. We know that there is a call from the department that SGBs as well as local authorities do a better job, in essence, of ensuring that they vet the people that are selling food outside of the schools, but also it does seem as though there could be calls for spaza shops in and around schools to be shut down. The court case that we attended today in Soshanguve involved 3 men who are accused of selling muffins laced allegedly with cannabis to a group of primary school learners. About 90 had to be hospitalized in September. They faced 43 counts of attempted murder. They had made a bail application about 2 weeks ago. The judgment was due today, and the magistrate simply said that no exceptional circumstances were presented for him in order to release the accused on bail. But to just elaborate a little bit more on the breaking news story, here is the spokesperson, Steve Mabona.
Yes, indeed, we can confirm that there's about 7 learners from one school in Tshepisong who were rushed to clinic, and then from clinic they rushed to a local hospital. 7 of them, 5 were then transferred later to another hospital that is a regional hospital in the area, and we have 1 that is in the Leratong. Unfortunately, there's 1 learner who then passed away. Was confirmed that he's passed away. So we're talking about grade 3 children here. You can understand that we are quite concerned as a department. It's quite sad what is really happening in and around our schools.
All right, Pule, let's come to you. Of course, licensed department employees found themselves in hot water today in the Midval municipality, arrested and thrown in jail, allegedly for fraud and corruption. How many arrests have been made so far?
Yeah, definitely. The officials have just now escorted some of the suspects to the Meyerton police station. 7 of them have been arrested, we can confirm. And of course, as a result of the National Traffic Anti-Corruption Unit of the RTMC, which pounced on the illegal operations that were allegedly taking place here at the Meyerton Traffic Department. As far as we understand, one of the officials was, of course, arrested while in possession of the amount of about 36,000 rand. And we believe this could have emanated from the police. So they believe this could have emanated from some of those who are coming here to renew their licenses, code 14 licenses, at about 2,500 rand as well when they arrive here. But of course, that will be part and parcel of the investigations, which are still ongoing. One of them arrested, of course, was also a jockey. So what a jockey is the officials who would write a test for those who are trying to apply for a driver's license or a learner's license as well here at the traffic department. So it is a very massive operation that is taking place here during the day. But I just want you to take a listen to what one of those we caught up with had to say regarding the delay in the services here today as a result of the operations that took place here when the officials pounced on those who are operating and issuing out driver's licenses and learner's licenses illegally at this particular department.
It's not really, it's also what we live in South Africa. I mean, the first time I made an appointment to come here, sorry, we're offline. Come back in 2 weeks or whatever. And then you come back in 2 weeks, sorry, no ESCOM. Come back the third time, a similar story. Now it's the fourth time I'm here. And now there's been disruption for all these inquiries and all this business going on here. Now I must come back on Monday again. So it's just one big problem, headache all the time.
And how many times have you come here before?
This is another fourth time. And to me, they should actually improve it outside, because people stand in the sun, in the rain, to wait for a piece of paper. I'm coming here to renew my license, my driver's license, which I've had for 60 years already. I'm a pensioner, 78 years old. I've had it for 60 years, this license. But now I must renew it every 5 years.
All right, back to the capital now, Moloko. Members and supporters of the ruling ANC are marching in solidarity with the people of Palestine. Have they arrived at the embassy, and what are their demands exactly?
Well, good afternoon, Masero. The Jan Shoba Street in Pretoria is a hive of activity. It's actually been closed down for motorists. This is as the leaders and members as well as supporters of the governing ANC are preparing to march to the embassy of Israel. Primarily, they are calling for the ceasefire in the Middle East, where we know that the government of Israel is continuing to bombard that area of Gaza with bombs. But also there has been calls, which is really not a new call altogether, for Pretoria specifically to do away with the embassy of Israel here in South Africa. This is certainly not a new call. We have heard already from the chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, saying that those who support Israel and they happen to be in some form of a coalition government with them, that was an indirect reference to the Patriotic Alliance. We know they have already said that they support Israel. He's saying they must consider that particular arrangement completely over, saying that it doesn't matter whether they are in government together. But this, as you see, the first Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, Nomvula Mokonyane, as well as Gwen Ramogopa, who is the Treasurer General of the ANC, as well as the President of the ANC Veterans League, leading this particular march. Now, earlier we managed to speak to Nomvula Mokonyane, who is the first Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, and she was very clear that the embassy of Israel must be removed, and she said that they have had those discussions in the previous National Executive Committee of the ANC. Maybe let's take a listen.
They have, remember the last time we insisted on the closing and then we downgraded to the embassy. That was our decision. It emanates from us. That's why even now we're saying we've written to them. They've not acknowledged our letter that we are coming. We will be at their doorstep. And if they fail to communicate and reach out to South Africans of diversity as they are with us, we're not alone as the ANC. What's the point of them? The ANC will have to again go back and say, we've downgraded. Does it help? No. We have made attempts again, and worse with this kind of genocide. Let's go and see what happens. Let's go. I don't want to preempt. I want to assume they will understand the magnitude of what the world has stood out against. This is worse than what has happened before. Over the past 75 years of the atrocities against the people of Palestine. This genocide is something that must prick somebody's conscience. This is about humanity.
All right, that was your eNCA lunchtime update from all angles with reporters Moloko, Moloto, Pule, Letshwiti-Jones and Silindelo Masikane. Thank you, team. Let's leave it there for now.